Yeah, so Peter Harrison, Managing Director and Founder at FGH Security, and been trading for 17 years and 2 months. Business has always grown, steady away.
Yeah.
Mid-March this year, the effect of COVID came down. Now, we typically supply, most of our work is in the festivals, live event music, large crowd gatherings, so the exact opposite of what COVID and social distancing is about. And secondly, we do a lot of licensed premises. We supply them with their door supervisors, about 100 premises on a given weekly basis. And a very small part of our business is guarding, but security guards who are more people focused. Example in the retail space. So we look after Adidas UK, supply guards to their retail outlets. We realised mid-March that things were getting quieter. First of all, we had a festival postpone. Then a few of the nightclubs said, "Oh, we're going to cancel some of the big performances and big shows," and then another festival. And we soon realised, I think, our sort of sales volume for the coming weeks was all of a sudden halved, and we thought it's going to get worse pretty quick. At that point in time, we sort of brought the team in, tried to do a few things. We set out a strategy, a survival strategy more than anything, and it involved cutting down on some of the costs. Furlough wasn't an option at this moment in time. The government hadn't announced any business support, so we saw the bleakest of scenarios. And the team sort of doubled down and worked exceptionally hard on opportunities. We had an opportunities board set up in the office. We looked literally everywhere. We estimate, there was thousands of emails sent that day, hundreds of phone calls made to everyone we'd ever met, everyone we knew, the friends of everyone we knew, anyone who could maybe use security. At the same sort of time, we realised that supermarkets, not a place we'd supplied in the past, but they were having some crowd troubles. People were panic buying. There was no toilet rolls on the shelves. Other things were starting to go, and they were getting crowded. There was some rationing going on. For instance, only 4 pints of milk per person, and some conflict at the tills.
Yeah.
So we made a few calls straight to the head office at the supermarkets and said, "Look, you're short on some security guards at the moment. The guarding industry doesn't really have anyone that can assist you. However, in our industry, the door supervision and the crowd management industry, we've got a surplus of people who can do that job as good as any guard." Morrison's were the first to bite and sort of said, "Right, you're on board. We've got 3 suppliers in the UK and a multi-million-pound contract, but we'll take you on as the 4th. It turned out that getting into their supply chain was a lot of paperwork involved and stuff like that. So we agreed that the easiest way would be to go underneath the other existing suppliers, and they gave them dispensation to outsource the additional workload to us. We did an exceptional job on that. So initially it was maybe 100 supermarkets or so that we were supplying. We managed to get that done with a lot of our own people. A few stores where we actually had to go to other security companies to assist. And they said, "Look, you're doing a great job. By the way, can you do another 100 Morrisons? And while you're at it, would you mind doing 100 Waitrose stores?" So there we go. And we went out to the wider market and called everyone we knew in the security industry and said, "Do you want to share some of this work with us?" We did a really good job and managed to fulfill the requirements. So in 48 hours later, they called again and said, "By the way, can you do 100 more Waitrose stores?" 2 days after that, they said, "All these Waitrose stores, they love the extra security. Can you also supply a queue marshal to go outside the stores?" So there's another 200 stores. So within about 72 hours, we'd gone from being bust and seeing our revenues sort of cut in half to seeing a tenfold increase.
So just to get some
revenues.
What were your revenues before the?
We're a seasonal company, so we do gear up for summer, and that's when we take most of our income when the festivals are on. But to give you an idea, April was forecast for about 250 to 300k.
Yeah.
And we've done 2.5 million. So, yeah, quite an increase. Yeah. It's been a shock. The first few days we moved everyone. when you could help from the wider team, people we've known and trusted for a while. We moved them all into the office. We had camp beds set up, and we lived, slept, and ate takeaways whilst working 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
The phones didn't stop ringing. We just needed more people on the phones. It's not our typical business model. Totally different to how we normally work. And we were busy, and we were doing deals at 4 o'clock in the morning with other security companies to start at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we're now in a situation, sort of 8 weeks on, the work's still there. The supermarkets at first said, look, it's just 2 weeks this, so let's get past this tough period.
Yeah.
Well, social distancing's come in, and they really need this service. So where we are now, we've got 60 other security companies all working underneath our umbrella. They're all doing well. So 70% of those companies have actually reported an increase in revenue. 55% of those companies have said they're actually making more profit than pre-COVID as well. So these are very small companies, typically. I say typically, there are some outliers. Might be doing $500,000 to 1.5 million per year. Never in a month of Sundays would they have the opportunity to stand on their local supermarket as a key worker, giving something back to their local community. These guys were all used to working at festivals, used to working at the local nightclub, but they're absolutely perfect for this job. Great with conflict management and the physical intervention, great at sorting a queue out with social distancing.